In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is good, y'all? And welcome back to the next episode of the Zillennial Podcast. Guys, I hope you guys are doing amazing on this Monday. I have my co-host here. Introduce yourself, co-host.
Hey guys, my name is Leah Francesca, and I'm here every Monday I put the Zillennial on Zillennial.
She didn't give what time she was here on Monday. She literally just diverted to something else. But whenever you're watching this, Leah will be here.
On that time.
On that note,
We're here with...
We have an amazing guest today.
He's my best friend.
Yes.
You're my best friend too.
I know, Leah.
Okay.
I'm not as territorial as you. You can have more than one best friend.
Okay, cool. Because you felt away when I said Harper was my best friend. But
yeah, because that's a dog, Leah.
And we're here with...
We're here with my boy, the hilarious Mr. Splack.
Hey. Where's my intro music? I get no intro music?
You do!
Where's my intro music at?
Go ahead, go look with Jay.
Yeah.
Your time is up. My time is now. Oh, now.
Yeah.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Yeah.
I have to
Come
do that
on,
John
I like
Senior real quick.
Come on,
There
I
you
like that.
go.
I just said
like
John
much
Senior.
Better,
I
man.
meant John
Much
Senior.
better, much better.
Okay, so we're going to start you off with, what is your gripe for this week?
No, I was going to ask him some questions
Oh,
first
just
before
kidding.
we went into the
No,
gripe.
because
I'm glad because I don't know what a grape is.
Yeah.
What that is?
how you feel about my driving?
Anyways, I had a couple questions.
Okay,
Splack,
let's start
because,
with
you've been in this social media game for a hot minute. Hot minute. I was literally just talking about
hot.
I was like, I remember watching your videos like coming up and just like, thinking that I wanted to do stuff like that, just seeing the stuff
how
that you.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Damn. Dang.
Yes.
To be 23 again.
I know, right? Oh my God.
Listen,
Must be nice. We have millennials in here
you were
today.
in one of the golden eras of social media.
He paved the way.
Vine.
Wait, the rough patches of social media.
You
I
paved
feel like
the
it's
way.
okay in terms of content. It was like the foundation.
For sure.
Yeah, it was like the
Yes.
foundation. Yeah, I think it was one of those like starting off doing social media, but nobody understood what it was.
Yeah.
And it was tough to kind of like navigate and try to create content at the level that it is now. Like
Right.
it's more acceptable, as we all know.
Right.
It's very acceptable. But at the time,
Everyone's like, what are you doing?
oh my gosh, I got played, like clown at. I remember one time this one girl came to my house and I stayed in a $700 apartment, like a little studio apartment, and she came with one of she came, but I didn't know who she was. She was just like another friend of one of my friends who was creating content.
Mm-hmm.
She came in there and said something, and that kind of hurt me. She's like, "This is all you guys do? This is what you got? This is your you don't got no real job?
Damn.
You know you out here not just shooting videos? Why don't you guys make some money?" That same girl, a year later, slid in my DMs.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, big head. How you been? I see you. I see you big
It
time.
never fails.
And what Drake said, you ain't in way back then, but how about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It never fails. I'm like,
Exactly.
Damn. So that's what she criticized you guys and like.
man.
And now look.
Now look, and it happened multiple times. And it was, I remember one time a girl came in, also another time, and was talking about my apartment, how bad it was, my car, how bad it was. Everything was, and the thing is, I had an apartment, right? She was still living with her mom.
And she had
What?
the nerve to criticize your apartment.
What?
Do you know how much, like, how expensive?
At least I got a studio apartment on my own.
Right.
Exactly.
But you still live with your moms. Okay. I digress.
Yeah, them be the ones. Them be the ones that do it to you.
I mean, if you're gonna criticize, don't do it to their face.
Oh, they do it straight to you. Well,
Yeah.
but you know how women, you know how you women
I was like,
are.
people have nothing but audacity.
I do my audacity behind closed doors. Or with my
Behind
close
closed door
friends.
with-
We're
my
your
close
closed door.
friends. With my close friends.
I say we're the closed door.
You guys are the closed doors. Yeah. I would never say it to their face. Like this one time, this guy, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, so
Yeah, okay. So my next question for you would be, what is the biggest lesson you learned through this social media kind of voyage?
Oof, the biggest lesson. I think there's a few that kind of mold me to who I am now, but I what I think social media has done for me is help me not care what people think so much, because you have to put yourself out there all the time, right?
Yes.
What are you doing? You're creating videos and you're putting yourself out there constantly over and over and over, and that's a very vulnerable thing to do. People don't understand how it takes a lot for someone to share a piece of themselves constantly. And I just learned that people, just for the most part, they love to project, and it helped me a lot. Project their insecurity onto you.
Yes.
So when they're seeing a certain video or anything about you, and they saying something negative about it, I learned, like, I wish I knew that earlier, because that was their bait. They used to bait me in and get me like road rage and going back in the comments back and forth. But now when I see people do that, it's more so like, okay, I see you have issues, you have your own issues, and you're trying to project that into me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I can see the difference. And that just take time from like doing social media over the years.
Yeah.
So I've learned how to navigate with negative energy, negative comments, or how people perceive my content nowadays in comparisons to when I first started.
Right.
So who was like your favorite Vine collab? Like, who was it with? Or like, tell me the birth of that, because it's like, it was, I remember like you mentioned it to me, like you and like Daystorm and like, how did you guys all come about, and what's like your favorite collab out of?
So it all came about because, shout out to my boy King Batch. He was like the first one who dove into it. But I remember I was working at the Roosevelt Hotel here in Hollywood Boulevard, and I was doing security. And I think what happened was one of my friends said she got offered a brand deal from tequila, and it was like $20,000 for 6 seconds. And I said, that's gonna take me like half a year to make at the job that I'm working at. And so I was like, wow. And he's like, by doing what? And it was like, we're creating these 6-second videos. And at the time, we don't understand what that is. You're creating videos and you have followers. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean you have followers? That don't make no sense. And so I remember Batch would invite me over, and I couldn't make it because I was always like working overnight, and during a day shift, I would try to like do my auditions, because that's why I came out here to be an actor, do my auditions. And so then one day I finally went to his house and checked it out, and I saw like, okay, I still don't understand what's going on, but I see that you guys are having a great time.
Yes.
You guys are creating, laughing. We would hang out for 12 hours, like out of the day, almost every single day. That's why a lot of us still have strong bonds to this day. And people don't understand why I feel so passionate about my friends, because when you go through so much with certain people for long hours of the day, good and bad, you see their breakups, you see their family issues, you see when they just all sorts of life, just lifing with them.
Yes.
And you help them throughout.
You become so close with that person.
So close. So close. So to this day, like, there's nothing that they can do that would ever have me like end my friendship with any of these people, because I've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
And so now the next part of your question, my favorite collab, a lot of them have been my favorite for the most part. Batch, of course, has been one of my closest friends since college. We went to school together at FAMU and joined the fraternity Phi Beta Sigma. So we always had that friend. I'm a Sigma.
My uncle's a Sigma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alpha Beta Child. Okay. Follow 8. So we always had that great connection for the most part. But I'm sorry, Batch, if you're watching this. I'm sorry. But my absolute favorite content creator I love to create with is Marlon Webb. I don't know if you know who that is, but if you check him out, Marlon Webb, he's one of the guys who he brings the weird side out of me, because he is so off the wall.
He's out there, I love it. He's
out there, and I feel like I can only do that sort of weird, crazy sort of content with him. And so shout out to Marlon. I love him to death to this day.
So it's your collabs with him that's your favorite?
To this day, like I can't wait to anytime he hits me, I'm like, yo, I got this idea. And he don't even have to tell me what it is. I just go because I just know it's gonna be weird and crazy and different. Because that's what it is. It's like I just knew it was always different, and I like different.
Yes.
I like people watching my videos and them like reading the comments, and they're like, what did I just watch? That's my favorite comment
No, but you
for some
push
reason.
the envelope though.
Because it's like
That's
never
the
let them
thing.
know your next move. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want
get
people to
it.
understand what's going on. Sometimes I make the weirdest videos, and I don't want people to understand why I made this video. I don't want people to understand like what I prefer you to be so lost, but still so entertained by it.
Yeah.
And so I love seeing comments like, I don't know what I just watched, but I loved it. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
What was the one that I was like, yo, you guys really did this? Remember when the girl fake threw up on you?
Oh, yeah. That was with my
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Wait, fake threw up or she did throw up? Fake threw up, no.
No, it was a fake throw up.
I'm sure you will remember if she real threw up on you.
Yeah.
No, it was
did a
fake.
video.
It was a fake one. I think it was like she's coming back and then like she threw up on you or something. And
Well,
you-
because I had a video where someone actually did throw up on me.
like it
So
was real?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's why I thought you were talking about that one.
that's
No.
insane.
You gotta do it for the art. I gotta do it for my people.
Okay,
Oh.
so you mentioned you came out here for acting first, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I was just curious for you. I feel like we're in this era to where a lot of Vine stars that we like love, like Melvin Gregg and Tarzan,
yeah.
they're doing crazy things. Like Tarzan just did the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh,
He
yeah.
came from Vine too?
Yeah, he came from Vine.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So it's like, what is your dream breakout role? You know?
Oof. You know, if you had asked me this question a while back, I would have been like straight out like Marvel.
I was about to say that.
Right? And it's still that. But I realized sometimes I had a talk with my cousin, and he was like, Gene, you have to understand, you guys have so much power. You can be the next Marvel. Like, you can create the next Marvel.
Yes.
Right? And so you see that with new shows like The Boys or like
Yes.
different like other shows where they're pushing the limits when it comes to superhero, where they're making it more grounded. So they're like, they're keeping it grounded where they have real issues, real relationship. Like, what if superheroes really had powers in real life? We'll be screwed.
Yes.
Imagine if this building been crushed, a Hulk just smashed through here, we all dead. So I like that element of creating your own
Real
thing.
life.
And so it is partially to still be a superhero of some sort. But
Like your own creation.
I would love to have my own now. And I thank my cousin for inspiring me to even think that far, because, as humans, we don't even think that far as what
Yes.
we see and know.
Exactly.
And and my cousin was like, yo, you don't have to be the next James Bond. You create the next
You create
James
the
Bond.
next James Bond.
Be something, because they already seen that.
Yeah.
They already have Marvel. We already have DC. Create something that's new so that you'll be the staple. You'll be the face of that.
Listen, you're not shy of creating things yourself. Listen,
Yes.
now, because we know Liquid J.
I was gonna say, so like, what was, so since you created, like, what was the inspiration behind him?
So Liquid J came about from watching a show called The Get Down that was on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I love to get down.
And The Get Down was
Jaden
such
Smith.
a great deal. Yeah.
Yes,
And it was
fire.
such a great show. And I don't know why they canceled it, but you would never understand. I think it's all because of money and, politics. But
Yes.
for the most part, I love the idea of, I feel like I'm a 70s baby.
Like the 70s, yes.
I feel like I was born in a different era. So when I saw that show, I was like, yo, that's a really cool show. And I would love to be a part of that show. But I knew they already had the cast, the show, they already had seasons 2 was gonna air pretty soon. I'm like, I won't probably get a chance to be on that show, but I can do so. What I can do is create my own.
Yes.
And so I knew I liked that era of the 70s. And I love superheroes. So I was like, okay, I gotta figure this out. And I remember one time I was in the gym, and when I'm in the gym and treadmill, I love to listen to music like we all do. And Jay Dillon's Crushing, that song, the Liquid J song that we all like, everyone loves, came on randomly while I was on the treadmill. And instantly I was like, wow, this joint is funky, man. I'm like, what is this? And then I remember like, okay, it connected the dot from that song. Okay, I remember the show I was, the Get Down, and I wanted to come up with the character, and it all just kind of like, while you're in the treadmill, you just going, you just vibing, you just listen to the music, the vision just start coming. I'm like, okay, maybe if I buy this, if I buy that, and I like went to the store. I went to the store, the Griff store in North Hollywood,
Yes.
with the music still in my head. I had headphones on, shopping, looking for like what makes sense, what connects with me. And I'm like, okay, I like this, boom, boom. I like the pants, da 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 da, bam, bam. Okay.
So you didn't even know you were picking out 70s stuff.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even know. I was just picking what sounds good with the music. And just like picking things out. And then after a while, I just put it all together, looked in the mirror. I'm like, wow, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I forgot how Liquid J, I think Liquid J kind of came on the spot of when I shot, the day when I shot it, that's when the name clicked. And so I just knew that I had no budget, I had no money. So I was like, I wanted to have superpowers, but I need to figure out how can I have superpowers without special effects and hiring anybody. So I was like, maybe I could just mind control somebody. That's in my budget.
That's smart.
That's in your budget. Yes, exactly.
So you gotta use what your resources are. And I'm like, I'll just use this, and then and so on and so on. And that's kind of like how it all happened.
Yeah. Well, see, my thing with Liquid J is I found it again on Zeus, right?
Oh wow!
Oh, wait, I want to shake the table with the question.
I was like literally, I was so curious. I wanted to know how you felt about Zeus's rebrand.
I was gonna ask that
because like Zeus was like this network that people really went to as like up and coming creatives, like people that were on social media. That was their place to like kind of have their own like subscription, kind of like their Netflix in a sense. Yeah. And now it's like batty shot o'clock. How do you feel about that shift?
Well, I feel, man, I don't know. When it comes to that, it kind of hurt me and a lot of the creators at the time, because a lot of us did come with our babies, our ideas, especially like me, Liquid J, which is very like new and sensitive to me. And I'm like, oh, I really love this character. And everyone, by that time, everyone loved it. I was on like on a hot streak with Liquid J, and people wanted more of him. And I was like, okay, this would be a great opportunity to bring him up. And then I did it, but then he just changed over time. And for whatever reason, I did not know. I think is things that had to be dealt with the upper hand with the people who bought the show or people who invested in the show, and they just decided to go a different route. And it hurts, but a lot of us, is a lesson learned. Everything is a lesson learned for us. So we just decided like, you know what, let's just continue on and just kind of like leave Zeus alone, because now it's a whole new platform now. Right. I don't know what's going on with that, but
it's like reality show central now. It's like it's not centered around the creative aspect anymore.
Yeah, and that's what it was originally. And we thought that was our like, okay, boom, because I think Netflix was probably the only, no, not only thing, I'm sorry, but Netflix was one of the most popular.
Was like the biggest subscription-based service.
And we thought like, okay, cool, we don't have to go through, we cutting out the middleman now. We can just go straight to creating our own network, having subscribers. I'm like, all we got to do is like push our own show, bet. And then it just changed into a whole reality thing.
Do you think creators branching out to places like Zeus at the time or like Instagram, do you think that's what led to like the demise of Vine?
Oh, Vine? Yes. As far as Vine? Well, no, Vine is a whole different story. It just died on it. Well, technically, the story behind Vine, and I'm gonna try to be as accurate as possible from what my understanding was, but it was just basically just the simple fact that we were creating so much content, and Vine was so hot at the time, and I believe what the creators, all the top creators wanted was just some sort of like, incentive or some sort of money, anything to just like, help us keep going. Yes. Because the third party, company of getting, brand deals, it was cool, but it was just very
ad revenue was needed.
Yeah, just some sort of like anything that we can do. And I think they had a meeting with the guys at Vine at the time, and from what I was told, that the guys, the owners of Vine, were like, they didn't want to grant our wishes as far as what we wanted, as far as the money. And so they were like, why should we grant to you guys when you guys are just the 1%ers of the app? And the guys were like, well, we're the 1%ers that bring it in the 99%ers. Right. So why can't you just do this? And they just they had this whole back and forth. And what we decided to do, and it was all the top creators. It was like Daystorm, Batch, Jake Paul, all of them. We were like, we took a stand, and we're like, we're not gonna create content anymore until you give us what we want. Wow. And it was because of us, Vine died. Wow. The 1%ers that he said that doesn't matter, because we ended creating content, it slowly started dying out.
That just goes.
And then you guys shifted over to Instagram.
We shifted somewhere else,
that just
and
goes
just to prove a point. Yeah. And so, if we had to stay, what would Vine? I don't know where Vine will be at this point. Yeah. But I admire them for even doing that. You know,
Yes.
standing your ground and understanding like we hold the power.
Yeah, because there's power in solidarity.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yes.
So I love that.
Yes. No, I mean, my next question that I wanted to ask you was that what was it? I had it written right here. Okay. And it said, so I asked that one. And what was one of the hardest things that you had to do? Like, what was it really hard to get your audience to shift over from like Vine to Instagram or other platforms?
Yeah, I think even till now it's hard. It's
I was
just
like,
hard
because like, listen, when they were saying TikTok was about to go down, I started panicking. I'm like, how do I get all y'all over here? I don't know what to do. I was like, what's happening? So I can only imagine how that must have been back then as well
back
too.
then, and it was even worse back then because
We make back then sound like it was like decades ago. This was probably like 10 years ago at most.
But it was scary because that's all we knew of, and that was like the biggest. And a lot of us, that was our startup.
Yes.
For me, that was my startup on there, and I think I gained about maybe 900. I think I just hit like 998, something like that.
Wow.
Just a few hundred shy from 1 million, and then it shut down. I'm like, oh. And I try so hard to get them over there. People were like promoting themselves in other platforms. People love what they love.
Yes.
People love their TikToks. They stick in the TikTok. People love their Instagram. They can stick in it. People are not. They don't like.
They don't
shift.
like moving to other apps.
They don't like it for some reason. I don't understand it. People in the chat, if in the comment section, please explain why you guys don't like.
You know what's
I
so
think
crazy?
that's the reason why I wouldn't follow the Shade Room. Why I used to follow the Shade Room on Instagram, but I wouldn't follow their TikTok. I think it's a mental thing. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know, but now I don't follow them on any of them. But like,
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say, when TikTok was about to like shut down and everyone's like moving over to apparently like Lemon 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like Red Note. To like this day, I still can't get around Lemon 8. And I did start it because you know how there's always this thing about like TikTok shutting down and stuff.
Right.
So I do have a Lemon 8 and apparently I reached over 1,000 followers now. Don't know how because but like I still can't get myself to be on there.
But
So,
essentially, I think if TikTok goes, Lemonade would go because they're the same company.
well, no, I know that, but I'm saying like just within the topic of like people love what they love, it's still hard to kind of like, because even when I was trying to learn Mandarin or Chinese or whatever, so I could be on Red Note, I still can't, like I couldn't really be into the app.
Is Red Note another app?
Yeah, that was another China-based app. It was
remember?
It was so interesting to me. I think what really intrigued me about Red Note, it wasn't about finding my audience. It was about captivating a whole new international audience. That's how I saw Red Note.
I
wasn't trying to tell, if you guys follow me here, go over to Red Note. If I created a Red Note, it was just to simply grow this on its own because that's a whole nother audience.
Yeah, I definitely thought the same.
That's what makes the Marvels the Marvels. When you get overseas people to rock with you and people here to rock with you,
what?
The world is endless.
You know, I was actually shocked. Like I saw, like Cardi B's been on Red Note.
Really?
Yes, she's been on there. Like I think before, because like I found that out when I went on there. Because Jessica was like, "Yo, you need to be on Red Note." Like, oh, TikTok's about to shut down, and Jessica went into work. You know her; she goes into work. So she went into it. Yeah. She went to work. She even downloaded like a little translator thing. Like it's in one of her videos. But yeah, then I saw Cardi B's like profile. She's been on there for a minute.
Wow.
She's like in the millions of followers.
That's actually pretty smart. Just because it's just like, yo, you reach that fan base from a different.
I mean, she's also like international now at this point. But I was like, yo, like, so Red Note's been around.
Honestly, growing your platform on an app that is kind of underserved at the moment, and then that app hits. That's like investing in Bitcoin in 2012. That's like a good feeling. I think I did that with TikTok essentially. Like I had close to 1 million followers, and then the pandemic happens. When the pandemic happens, everybody gets on TikTok. Who's the first person they see when they open TikTok? Me. Like it was like, okay. And it was so funny because leading up to it, me and my mom, we used to always have like arguments, I guess you could say, because she was like, you shouldn't be focusing on that TikTok. You shouldn't be focusing on that TikTok. You over there just making TikTok, you're wasting time. Ain't nobody even on TikTok like that. And then one day, and my mama tell you to this day, I love my mama, but my mama tell you to this day, she said, I guess I was wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to the mom holding herself accountable. Yes. We love you, mama.
Yes.
We love you.
Let's get into our next. Should we go into the Wheel of Chaos?
Is that what we're going to do? Yes.
Let's go into the Wheel of Chaos.
What?
You got to spin this.
I gotta do this.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
You got to spin our wheel. So
Oh.
basically, whatever it lands on, you got to do.
Okay.
I'm holding it down for you.
P.O.P. Hold it down.
Oh, this is a good spin.
That was a good spin. That was a Wheel of Fortune spin. That was a Price is Right spin.
What is it?
Ooh, AI or song lyric?
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Tell
AI
us.
or
Wait,
song
hold
lyric.
on, hold on, hold on.
We're gonna give you some. We're gonna give you some song lyrics, and you tell me: is this AI generated, or is this an actual song lyric?
Ooh.
Okay,
Yes.
go.
Your heart's like a vending machine. Nothing comes out without change.
That's AI. It gotta be AI.
Yeah, that is.
That's AI. Who says that?
That sounds
Okay.
like a corny like pickup line, or like okay.
Okay.
Next.
When
Next.
somebody say that to you, I'm okay. Let's move on.
That's insane.
Oh, I mean, if he's my man, I'm
if
just
I
kidding.
could, okay. If I could, baby, I'd give you my whole world. How can I when you won't take it from me?
Oh, that's a lyric.
Is it?
Okay, that's
It
a
is?
lyric. Fleetwood Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is an easy one. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies.
Oh, lyric.
Imagine
lyric.
AI. AI.
Imagine Drake's Ghostwriter has been AI this whole time.
Right.
Okay, this one. My emotion swings like doors in the wind, creaking open every time you breathe.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Hold on. That's a good one. You run that back?
My emotions swing like doors in the wind, creaking open every time you breathe.
I'm gonna have to go lyric.
That's AI.
Dang.
AI showed out on that last
came
one.
out. Okay.
AI showed out on that last one.
Wow. Okay.
That-
It came out. The first one was just terrible.
Yeah,
but
the first one was bad, but AI redeemed itself. AI for sure redeemed itself.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and give it another spin.
All right. Here we go.
Well, that's a good spin.
That was a really good spin.
I want it to be what's in your drafts. No, I'm just kidding. Or DMs.
She wants to land on the privacy invading ones.
I know. What does it say?
Oh, trended or ended.
Ooh, okay.
Trended
Yes.
or
So basically,
Ended.
we're going to give you a bunch of things, and you have to say either to A, trended, or B, ended. Like,
Oh,
we don't even
okay.
want to see this no more.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's in the... Okay, I got it right here.
You got it?
Yes.
I was going to say, I could use this one here.
Okay. Artists creating deluxe albums that nobody asked for. Trended or ended?
Ended.
Wait, what are those? Like when they
Like,
come...
basically, when the album comes out and, like, let's say it doesn't perform well, but then they still release a deluxe album with
With
like
extra
with 4
songs?
more songs, and we haven't even heard the first 12.
Just ended.
Yeah,
Just
ended.
start fresh.
Start fresh. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
let's run this back in 2 years. You need time to cook. Yeah.
Oh, wait, this one. Multiple part story times.
Oh my gosh! Please end that, yo.
I knew he was going to say that.
Wait,
Yo, just you can do it all in one take.
wait,
one
but
video.
like Risa Tisa, Who Did I Marry? What about that one?
Oh, okay. You mean like that?
Like
sort
those kind of ones.
It's the ones that you've got to follow the story and
Yeah.
they're actually
Yeah.
doing things.
Like for part 2s.
That's a toss up because sometimes it's like,
It depends on who it is.
It depends on who it is
and how juicy.
Yeah, how juicy. Like I seen one recently with this guy. He quit his job
Mm-hmm.
and took his cat is on a sailboat from Ohio to Hawaii, and he never sailed before. He never sailed before. He took his 401k to buy a boat. And
Okay.
he's been documented that he's like day 15. And now that is interesting because he's in the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of the ocean.
From
Just-
Ohio to Hawaii?
Yes.
Does he have?
So he has to go like this.
Yes.
Wait, what does he have on this boat?
Just him and his cat.
No food?
Oh, I mean, he has like little foods here and there, but he's catching fish and he's making them on the boat.
Is he making pit stops or he's really just going to be
Oh, he's
in
just
the...
going straight.
Is he like? How's he using? I don't want to know.
Ohio's in the East Coast, so that means he's going to go
check him
like
out on
this.
TikTok. I swear, if you go to the guy in a boat with a cat, you'll see
Okay.
him.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
But you
look
say
him up.
end it though. And the
No,
multiple.
that one keep going because it's actually interesting. You seeing somebody like there's like a story behind it. He quit his job and he's on the boat. He's actually doing these things.
Okay, so those ones, yes.
Yes, but the one you just sit in the car and you just like talking and you say, Yo,
What if I told you this eyelash curler was $2?
And-
let me tell you why.
end it.
Yeah, no.
Nobody cares.
Okay.
Okay, next one is songs that are sped up for TikTok. tracks. Like sped up versions of tracks.
Oh, y'all not gonna
Trended or
like me
ended?
though. Oh, for me, I say keep it, trend it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's because where I came from Florida, where like a lot of our songs are sped up.
Yeah, like the Jersey Club.
Yeah. And sometimes songs sounds better sped up for some reason, especially when you go to the club and you just like, ooh.
Listen, I had a dance teacher from Florida, so I learned like all that. Crazy.
Yeah, I got a whole
Crazy.
like out. Yo, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Keep it. Keep it.
it. I'm 100% the same way with that one. The last. Do you want to do the last?
Well,
one?
no, because I don't know this. I swear to God, I come onto this podcast
Okay, so the
and
last-
I learn new things.
Okay, so the
Oh,
last
let's
one
learn it
is
together. Let's learn.
Yeah. This
okay.
one's AI covers of iconic artists.
basically
Have you
like
heard those?
basically like when people put Beyonce's voice on a scissor record.
Have you heard those?
I haven't heard of those, so I
You
can't really.
haven't?
I haven't. No.
It's been a whole thing. Like I remember I saw one. There was this point in time I saw they had the cast of SpongeBob singing a Boys to Men song. Like SpongeBob was
In
one.
their voice?
Yes.
Oh.
Like
so their voice, the SpongeBob
SpongeBob characters'
voices.
voices were over the records of the Boys to Men songs.
Ah.
So like people have been doing that with Beyonce. Like I think they did it with Beyonce. I forgot this one rapper. I forgot her name.
I have to see if I'll like it or not. I don't
Wait,
know.
I'm still like stuck on SpongeBob singing "I'll Make Love to You."
No, he was singing on Bended Knee actually.
Oh,
And Plankton had that bridge. It was like, I'll swallow my pride.
wait, and it sounds good.
I'm like, Plankton was singing down. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen.
Oh, and it sounded good.
Plankton was singing.
Oh wow, see, okay.
Plankton
See,
took
I'm
me
telling
to
you, I
church.
learn new things.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
puts me onto stuff. He
I
makes
do.
me. He keeps me young.
yeah.
he
I mean,
does.
he's the youngest out of all everyone
Yes,
here.
no, he
But
is.
you make it sound like you're like 50.
I'm
dude.
not, but still, I'm closer
Be
to
kind to
Splack's
yourself.
age. Not that you're old. We're not
I'm
putting
embracing
age.
my age, bro.
Be
No, okay,
kind to
don't
yourself.
tell the people because then they're gonna do the math for me. I'm actually turning a year older on Monday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Next Monday. Next Monday.
Okay.
Because it's Monday right now.
Next Monday, yes.
Anyway, okay, next topic.
Okay, so the next one is Ask Me Anything.
Oh, because you entered, even though technically
He's already technically
you've
in
been
the-
in our friend circle. You're
Yes.
in my friend circle, and then I put you
You're
guys
publicly in our friend circle. We're hard launching you as our friend.
Okay.
This is a hard
Basically.
launch.
This is a hard launch.
Okay.
Everybody?
So basically, what we like to do, we ask the most absurd, random questions, like questions that you would be like, "Who thinks of this?" and you have to answer it.
LeBron.
So my question is, if social media apps were people at the family reunion, who's who?
That is so good. He comes up with these things.
How
I
do
swear.
you come up with these stuff?
You
Oh
know,
my
he
God.
came up with like, oh, if dogs had jobs, like every breed had a job, what would it be? He comes up with these things, or
All right,
like the
so
furniture.
If people in the family, my family.
So let's do immediate family, like mom, dad,
No,
brother.
not like that. It'll just be like I think Snapchat is that fast little cousin that just won't sit down.
Oh,
That's
okay,
so funny. Wait, but
okay,
how?
Okay.
That was just an example.
Okay.
So I think, all right. So for sure, I think TikTok is the over energetic kid that just runs around, do all the most. Facebook is that old grandparent.
Yes.
The grandma,
Damn.
grandpa.
The grandma that's like has everybody's secrets though.
Yeah, everybody's
like-
secrets.
If she were to just do a killing spree on everybody's drama, the whole family would be arguing. That's Facebook. I think that's Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instagram is, I would say, that person who just, or he's the uncle who just.
Instagram's an unk now? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You don't think Instagram uncle now? It's been around for a long time.
I'll say the bougie older cousin.
The bougie
older cousin, 'cause like-
I was gonna say, yeah, the rich auntie, the one that's always showing
But
off
you just
and
said,
designer.
why is Unc bad, but Auntie's good?
Okay, fine. Well, because he unked it, so I was like, okay, we could auntie it. But sorry.
No,
No, I don't want to
I-
steal your answer.
No. I think it's actually no. We just a collective. This is collective. We're
Right?
friends.
Right?
Yeah. This is a collective. I think that actually works better. I think that what
The
he just
bougie?
said. The bougie
Bougie older cousin,
cousin.
yeah.
Bougie
Yeah.
older cousin, bougie auntie, bougie uncle.
Bougie uncle.
I say YouTube is like the wise uncle.
I was gonna say YouTube is that one like uncle or aunt that's just like really cool. Like you have no
Really cool.
like no reason why you like them, but like they give you good advice.
Good advice.
They're just really cool.
They're cool with everyone. Very
cool.
neutral.
No
and
drama.
It's like no drama. You just like them. They they just show up and do what they got to do.
Twitter is that messy cousin that you got to keep away from the cooler.
What?
Twitter is that messy cousin that you got to keep away from all the Crown Royals.
Wait, okay, so now what about MySpace?
MySpace is the cousin that had so much potential, but she got into some really bad things while in college, and yeah.
What about Vine?
Ooh.
Vine is our cousin that unfortunately we lost early on.
Yeah. Vine, had so much potential. He was really good, skilled, but just died at a very young age.
Yes.
Damn, died very young.
Passed away at a very young age.
Yes.
Okay, so what were like the older social
MySpace?
MySpace.
Black Planet?
Yes, what about them?
What is Black Planet?
Remember Z?
Black Planet, that sounds like a black dating app. Like it gives
right?
blackpeoplemeet.com.
It was like another social media platform. You had to create your account and you have following and all that stuff. Or you had people
that did not look like us able to get on there?
People like us?
People that did not look like us.
AKA me.
Would Leah be able to create a black planet, or would she have to go to like another color planet?
No, I probably could make it on there and I'll get fetishized.
No, then you could be other kind and join. You could definitely be other kind and join, but it was popular for my folks.
Wait, do you remember Zanga?
No.
Oh, never mind. Okay, forget it. I don't want to expose my age.
The AI chat rooms is just that weird uncle that no one really talks to.
Like ChatGPT?
No, that's so different from a chat room.
Oh, just kidding.
That's so different from a chat room.
There's AI chat rooms?
No, I said AOL.
Oh. Oh, you're bringing it back there.
AOL. When you say AOL is like the what?
I said AOL chat rooms is like that weird uncle that no one really talks to.
Is that creepy old?
Yes.
AIM?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Wait, what other? Okay, never mind. I was thinking of other ones. Okay.
I think that was a good point to land it on with the AOL, because I feel like everyone can resonate with this. But anyways, Splack.
Yes.
We appreciate you so much for pulling up, brother.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
We enjoyed having you so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Zillennial Podcast. What social media platform do you think is at your family reunion? Because we know you got an auntie that's just like Yahoo.com. We know you do.
Yahoo.com.
Yes.
Wow.
So let us know in the comments down below. That's it. Make sure you guys tune in next Monday for the next episode, and we are out.
Bye.